Hello and welcome to the Install OpenNebula Using miniONE screencast. In this screencast, we will walk through the installation process using the miniONE OpenNebula deployment tool. miniONE is the tool to quickly and hassle-free install OpenNebula for evaluation purposes, either as a front-end only deployment, meaning that only the control plane is going to get installed, or alongside with a hypervisor node. It is recommended to use miniONE on a server with exposed hardware virtualization. However, for evaluation purposes, QEMU emulation is available. miniONE is going to automatically detect and add a hypervisor as a KVM or QEMU node. miniONE deployment is easily expandable should you need to. In the future, you can add more hypervisor nodes, whether these are LXC or KVM. You can find more information about miniONE in the official OpenNebula documentation. This particular page can be accessed by expanding the Getting Started, Quick Start, OpenNebula Deployment, miniONE Deployment, or by using the search provided by the documentation engine. In this demonstration, we are going to use this page as our guide. For starters, we must download the miniONE tool. We are going to create a dedicated directory for this purpose in the home directory of a root user. Let's name it Deployment, and then download the miniONE tool into the newly created directory. Set the execution bit for miniONE script. There are some flags that you can find useful. For example, using the password flag to set the specific password for OpenNebula's one admin user instead of a randomly generated string. Or only install the control plane, also known as front-end only deployment, by appending the front-end flag. By default, miniONE is going to install the latest and greatest version of OpenNebula. However, you may append the version flag to install the desired version instead. In the scope of this demonstration, we're going to proceed with front-end and KVM deployment of the latest version at the moment of recording with a custom password. By default, miniONE is going to import the virtual machine template and image of Alpine Linux 3.20 from the official OpenNebula marketplace. This obviously can be overridden. Please be patient as it may take a while. Once the installation is done, you're going to see the output containing the URL, password, and username of the graphical web UI. Note that the official port of Sunstone Web UI, unless proxied, is 2616 TCP. However, miniONE by default is going to bind it to 80 TCP. This can be overridden should you need to. Let's connect to Sunstone and log in using the printed out credentials. Once logged in, you are welcomed with typical OpenNebula dashboard containing 4 shortcuts and a left-hand menu. By clicking the VM templates, you can find the Alpine Linux template. A similarly named image can be found under the storage images. There's going to be one routable virtual network created. You may change the DNS server should you need to. There's also one KVM host to run virtual machines. Let's deploy a VM. Navigate to Instances, VMs, and press Create. Select the Alpine Linux 320 template and name it the way you wish. It's going to take a while before the VM is running. Open the VNC console and log in using root as the user and OpenNebula, all lowercase, as the password. As seen on the screen, the virtual machine is running as expected. Once the virtual machine is no longer needed, terminate it by pressing the trash bin icon and selecting the terminate option. For faster deletion, you may select the hard option instead. And this concludes the screencast where we have shown how to use miniONE tool to install OpenNebula with a hypervisor on a single node. Also, we have verified that the environment is ready to run workloads by instantiating the Alpine Linux virtual machine template. Thank you for watching and see you in the next screencast.